suggesting he will be proposing 50-year mortgages, a move his federal housing director confirms they are indeed working on, promising to be a, quote, game changer. Here with what that could mean for you and your wallet, former Trump economic advisor Stephen Moore. So great to see you this morning, Stephen. So what would a 50-year mortgage even look like?
Great to be with you, Charlie. Well, I had just heard about this idea yesterday and pondering it. Look, here's what would happen if you had these 50-year mortgages. Your monthly mortgage payment would go down, right, Charlie, because you're paying that mortgage over 50 years rather than, say, 20 or 30 years. So if you want to make housing more affordable in the very short term, that might be a good way to bring down monthly mortgage payments, but then you're going to pay for a long, long time. You're going to be paying that mortgage payment for most of your life. And so that's a question of whether it makes sense financially to people.
Yeah.
But right now, where people are really struggling to find a home where they can meet those mortgage payments, it might make sense for people. By the way, the federal government should also be issuing 50-year debt because interest rates are low. It'd be a way for us to lock in low interest rates so that if we had a huge spike in interest rates in the future, we wouldn't be in a real problem situation financially.
And so, of course, after 30 years, if you had a 50-year mortgage, after 30 years, the way banks structure loans, you probably still wouldn't own but about 10% actually own, but about 20% of your house.
That's a good point. That's a good point. You know, you want to build up equity in your home. That's why a lot of people, you know, when they have the financial means to do so, they speed up their mortgage payments. But listen, the problem with our housing situation right now really is so many restrictions on building multifamily homes in a lot of areas. By the way, I can tell you one city in America where housing prices are going to go way down. You know what city that is?
What's that?
New York City, because everybody's going to move out.
Right, exactly, exactly.
So if you want to buy a house, maybe think about doing it in New York.
It'll be the opposite of importing millions of illegals and then putting them up for free at taxpayer expense. I want to ask you real quickly about this. Fox News voter analysis shows a vast majority of voters who haven't even lived in New York for 10 plus years backed Mamdani, as well as a majority of college grads. How much is this shift of young people towards socialism in America the result of a complete collapse of our education system?
Totally, completely. I mean, how embarrassing is it that, you know, after spending a couple $100,000 putting people through college, they come out.
Please subscribe to our official channel, USA News,